year is 1999. You're 7 years old. Your friend Cole comes over, and, in his hands, he holds the first of what would become one of the best arcade-style console franchises of all time. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater for the PlayStation 1. You know of Tony Hawk. Skateboarding has always been a cool concept. You've seen commercials. You watched the 1998 X Games with awe and wonder, but you've never set foot to grip tape before. Cole pops that disc into your PS1 and thrusts the controller into your hands as your senses are assaulted by Tony Hawk riding his skateboard through a loop, while the dead Kennedy shakes your brain. You pick a skater and the warehouse level loads up, informing you of 5 goals. 2 minutes. Go. Time melts away as you and Cole pass the controller to each other between runs. You laugh at the bails, cheer with the crazy combos. You work together to complete each challenge. You're hooked. Cole eventually has to go home, but you'll never forget Tony Hawk's Pro Skater. And you'll never have to, because next year, Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 comes out. More levels, more tricks, create a skater, hell, create a skate park. You and Cole spend hours creating your own skate parks and palling around in them. The year after that, Pro Skater 3. The games just seem to get better and better. Unfortunately, you have to move this year, and your skate fun with Cole comes to a close. You never knew you'd be moving so soon. All that you have to remember him by is his blue off-brand PS1 memory card that he let you borrow. Your hours of memories all in digital form. One day, on a whim, you picked up Tony Hawk's Underground, which also happened to be one of your favorite games, but eventually, you wouldn't play a new Tony Hawk game until September 4th, 2020, when Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 got beautifully remastered. This isn't the first time these games would receive the remaster treatment, as Tony Hawk's Pro Skater HD came out on the Xbox 360 and PS3 in 2012, but that version would see fewer music tracks and only 7 levels from Pro Skater 1 and 2, for a sort of best-of collection. Later DLC in HD would see some features from Pro Skater 3, such as more levels and the revert mechanic. But if you're wondering whether or not you should dust off your PS3 or Xbox 360 and get the HD version, you can. Unless you already own them, of course. They were delisted back in 2017, likely due to the cost of licensing. And even if you do already own them, this new Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 is absolutely the definitive version. But first, let's back up a bit. If for some reason you never played the first 3 Tony Hawk games, let me give you a brief rundown. When you boot up the game, you have several game modes to choose from. Career mode is the meat of the game, where you'll go through each level with a set number of goals. Each goal will grant you a VHS tape. Collecting enough tapes will allow you to move on to the next level, or unlock additional gear to customize your character with. You have 2 minutes to complete the goals in any order you choose, and any goal you complete in one run will stay completed in any further runs, similar to a checklist. And you can do the stage over any number of times. Goals tend to fall into one of several categories, such as getting a high enough total score or enough points in a single combo, performing a specific trick on or over a certain obstacle, finding enough of an item hidden around the map, or spelling out skate by collecting the letters. There are also stat points hidden around the stages to make your character skate faster or jump higher, among other things. Some levels are pure competition stages where you must perform your best tricks and combos over 3 heats. Single session mode is a pure high score run in any stage over the span of 2 minutes. Free skate allows you to explore any level free of time restriction. There's also a very robust multiplayer mode for you to challenge your friends with. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 also added the ability to create your own skater and even boost their stats through career mode, and a very robust skate park editor that you can easily lose hours in. Additional multiplayer modes were also added. In this new Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2, every level and almost every song and then some is included from Pro Skater 1 and 2. Create a Skater and Create a Park are more robust and feature-filled as ever, and you can even carry over your created skater between both games, so you can really live out your skater dreams. Both online and multiplayer are full-featured, and online even features a competitive mode if that's your thing. Every level has additional goals added to them, and lets you make use of many mechanics that would appear in later games, like the revert from Pro Skater 3, and the ability to change up your lip, grind, and manual tricks mid-trick, introduced later in the series. Additional overarching challenges were added to grant you more money and to level up your profile, to unlock more appearances and create-a-park options. And speaking of create a park, you can now share your custom park online and browse and play ones that others have shared. Locations look incredible and are absolutely bursting with personality. Many details were added to give the old PS1 textures and, hell, even the HD textures a much needed overhaul. Though some may say some of the charm is lost with the new coat of paint, I would say the gorgeous and memorable locations more than make up for it. As pretty and full-featured as it is though, the real reason you play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater is for the gameplay. And this engine has absolutely nailed the physics. It feels buttery smooth and better than ever, skating around, landing insane combo strings, and tricking off every surface known to man, and some not known to man. There's just something so incredibly addicting and fun about the gameplay loop. 2 minutes is just enough time to really enjoy yourself and try to knock out 1 or 2 goals, and the way the different goals require you to tackle the levels in different ways really keeps you on your toes and begs you to traverse the level in different ways every time, whether it's to find the best combo line or to hunt for hidden objects hidden around the map. Other than simply completing goals and unlocking new stages, finding and using stat points hidden around the map gives you a definitive level of progression, so if unlocking new levels wasn't good enough, knowing that your skater is getting better for doing so is a welcome reward. The gameplay loop is absolutely genius, yes, but if the levels were boring, the gameplay itself could only carry the game so far. Luckily, each stage is a masterclass in level design. Oftentimes, each level starts you at a vantage point where you can look down upon the stage and often see items or interesting obstacles in the distance, which are almost always available for you to skate to. Not only that, but each map is jam-packed with hidden locations just begging you to discover and trick at. Coupled with an amazing soundtrack that would certainly copyright strike my channel, each level is an absolute joy to explore and shred up. As a matter of fact, the sound design in general is stellar, from the sickening crunch of getting whaled by a car to various bales and even the wheels on the pavement. I mean, listen to the change when you ride over cobblestone. Incredible! It all sounds so good that you may forget that your living room isn't actually a skate park. The only negative thing I can really think of to include in this review is that sometimes the physics are a little bit wonky, but I personally feel as though it kind of lends to the charm of the game. That, and each individual game can be pretty short, but with so many skaters to max out skills with, there's really no reason not to play it again and again. If you still haven't played any of the early Tony Hawk's Pro Skater games, this is the best time, as these 2 incredible games are better than they've ever been, and hopefully we'll see a Pro Skater 3 as DLC or something. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 is definitely a game you should be playing. And if you don't, I'm gonna combo a 6 score all the way to the house and deck you with my skateboard. I want to take this opportunity to thank my one and only Patreon supporter, Harvest Time. Thank you so much for your support. You can find a link to my Patreon in the video description, score some exclusive Cyberphile merch, and listen to me sing your praises at the end of each non-Let's Play video. Hey, thanks for watching! Don't forget to subscribe for more Cyberphile content, and if you liked this video, show me with that little thumbs up button. If you liked this video, you might like one of my other videos. You can click right on the boxes to jump to them. Cyberphile, offline.